Okay, it's that time again. Time for yet another attempt at doing Pokemon Gen 2. But this will be the last one, because even if I'm not happy with it, I'm putting it up, because I've delayed it long enough. At first, these two, Gold and Silver, came out. Now, they had not marketed, but what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, vast superiority over the original games. For one, items weren't all thrown into a single thing. Now you had different item brackets. Of course, you still, for the most part, could only carry the same amount of items. Pokemon now have defined genders. You can now see their experience. These are more technical gameplay advancements. There are 2 new teams. Moves were changed to work better. Certain stats. The stats of different Pokemon were kind of evened out so that some didn't get overwhelming critical hits. Pokemon breeding was introduced. So the shiny Pokemon. And did I mention that Dark and Steel became types? Oh, and baby Pokemon. And several new ways to evolve, such as trading evolutions by trading a Pokemon holding a certain item. Now, all that is good, of course, but now let's get into the meat of it, the story. I believe it is either 2 or 4 years after the original game. I don't have it sitting with me my little script sitting with me right here, so I can't do that. But anyway, you leave from New Bark Town in Johto, which is connected to Kanto, and you basically have to go out and you have to beat 8 gym leaders. Of course, your first errand is to get a Pokemon egg. And then you come back and you find, oh no, the lab's been broken into, and this asshole, whose name only appears as question marks, has stolen it. Now, for the longest time, some of my friends actually thought that was his name, question marks, and I said, no, you can name him whatever the hell you want. But I digress. And you'll encounter him throughout the story, and throughout the story his views on how to raise Pokemon change. He becomes nicer. This is evident by his Golbat evolving into a Crobat. Another thing that was introduced in these is some Pokemon only evolve now when their level of friendship with their trainer is elevated. So there's that. So you basically go through all the towns, and Team Rocket's trying to resurrect itself. They're trying to get Giovanni to come back and lead them, and you basically beat the shit out of them again like you did before. And then you take on the Elite Four. You beat the Elite Four. And after that you get told, well, you can go into Kanto now and re-beat the gym leaders. Now, it's not the same gym leaders, as Giovanni is no longer the gym leader of Viridian City, and Koga has been promoted to the Elite Four, so his daughter has taken over the Vermilion, I believe it was. Was it Vermilion City? No, Fuchsia City. Fuchsia City Gym. And aside from that, the map has been dummied down because of memory limitations, of course, but, so Blaine of Cinnabar Island ain't on Cinnabar Island anymore. Cinnabar Island is just a Pokemon Center. The excuse for that is that the island was destroyed in a volcanic eruption. A lot of mazes and dungeons from the original series are cut out or just streamlined. There are about 150 new Pokemon. Or such. Actually, no, maybe even, let's see, Kanto ends at 151, and that goes until like 250 something, I don't know, 200, so yeah, I don't know. And this introduced the concept of roaming legendaries, which everybody hates. And it also introduced event-exclusive Pokemon! Now, Mew had done this, but Mew wasn't supposed to be this. After what happened with Mew, they decided, let's just add a few Pokemon each generation that they can't get unless or if they do an event just to fuck with them. So they can't get a permanent Pokedex. Another new feature was you had a phone called a Pokegear, and this Pokegear kept the time, and you had night and day functions. That had a horrendous effect on the battery. Of these 3, these 2 are dead. Well, they no longer save. This one, to my last knowledge, still works. This still worked when I put the red review up, but in between that time period it has died out. I hear you can just go in and you can replace the batteries, which you can see right there was like a watch battery or something, but it resets everything. And quite frankly, I don't want to have to crack these things open, because if I did, I'd just break them. Yeah, this was the generation of Pokemon that really got me into Pokemon. I'm much more into the Gen 2 Pokemon games than I was Gen 1, because this was what introduced me to the games. I was in, you know, the cards and the anime and that before, mainly because I didn't have a Game Boy. But when I got these 2 and a Game Boy Color for Christmas, in fact, my Game Boy Color is right here. Same Game Boy Color that I got that year for Christmas. And yeah, actually that's probably not my Game Boy Color I got for Christmas, for the simple fact that me and my friends, there was like 3 of us in the neighborhood, all had that same, you know, clear purple Game Boy Color. We took all the batteries out and put them in a sack and shook them up, and then, yeah. Same thing with the games maybe too, because I think we all started a new game, named it a default name, and shook them up.